Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals is now complete. The Florida Panthers pull off the win 3-2 against the New York Rangers, and this was arguably the most complete game I would say the Rangers maybe played so far in this series against the Panthers. They definitely didn't play too bad in this one. The offense couldn't get going enough there. The power play continues to struggle. The power play has been, I would say, arguably honestly the biggest issue with this team so far in this series. They have been absolutely terrible on there, and they definitely need to get more offense going. They had a few good chances, but overall, the power play was once again quite terrible. So let's get into this breakdown of Game 5 here. Starting off, early in the first period, we did see the Rangers get off to a pretty decent start there, getting a few solid scoring chances, putting on a bit of pressure, and so did the Panthers as well. They had a few chances as well pretty early, but we continued to see quite a few defensive zone mistakes by the Rangers defense in their own zone there. It just has to be better. You have to clean that stuff up because it has been a big issue so far against the Florida Panthers with their forecheck and stuff like that. Rangers defense have to do a better job of just limiting those mistakes. They got to make better outlet passes, got to break up the puck better. They just have to do a better job in their own zone, especially on the defensive side of things with the decor. But later on in the first period, we end up seeing the Rangers get a power play, but of course, they could not find the back of the net, which has been a massive issue for this team on the power play. They just could not get a whole lot going there. Can't find the back of the net much at all in this series against the Panthers. I mean, their PK is definitely solid, the Panthers is, but the offense on the power play has to do a better job of just putting the puck in the back of their net. We had a few good chances on the power play, but we just can't seem to score much goals on the power play, which has been a massive issue in this series. Then we see 14 minutes and 36 seconds into the first period. K'Andre Miller joins the rush there, but he ends up taking a stupid penalty where he just kind of gets his hands up and ends up maybe punching Tarasenko in the face there, looked like. He ends up getting 2 minutes for roughing, which definitely was a bit of a stupid penalty, like I said, but the Rangers end up killing that off there, so that was nice to see. The PK definitely has not been too bad by the Rangers, but the power play has been atrocious. Overall, in that first period, I think the Rangers did play pretty solid there. Had some good offensive chances, put a little pressure there, had some good shots. Igor still played good there, made some good stops, but the defensive zone mistakes were definitely still there. Poor decision-making, bad passes, big turnovers there. They definitely got to limit those things. But other than that, though, it definitely was not too bad of a period and definitely was nowhere near one of the worst periods we have seen so far in this series against the Panthers. Now going on into the second period, we end up seeing K'Andre Miller take his second penalty of the game, which is 2 minutes for tripping about 42 seconds into the period. But then on that PK, the Rangers get some offense going as at the Rangers blue line, Chris Kreider creates a turnover. Zibanejad gets the puck, passes up to Kreider in the neutral zone for a breakaway, and he ends up beating Bobrovsky to score the Rangers' sixth shorthanded goal of the playoffs, which is just phenomenal to see. Shorthanded-wise, the Rangers have been quite lethal. The next closest team in the playoffs so far have a total of 2 shorthanded goals, which is the Panthers and the Stars. The Rangers have 6. That says something about this team when they're on the PK there, which has been pretty solid overall. But offensively, on the PK, they have gotten a lot done and definitely have done quite a bit better shorthanded in this series, especially on the PK than they have on the power play, which is definitely pretty sad to say. But overall, the PK has been pretty solid. They end up killing that one off as well. They score a goal there, and they're up 1-0 after scoring on the PK. But now, a few minutes later, we end up seeing the Rangers get a power play as Adam Fox was tripped. But 40 seconds into that PP, we end up seeing Nico Mikkola, the former Ranger. He ends up running right into Igor Shesterkin. He gets a 2-minute penalty for goalie interference. But then we see Eric Gustafsson after the whistle there. He gets 2 minutes for roughing. And that ends up kind of canceling out there. So the Rangers still get that 5-on-4 power play. But they unfortunately do not score. And then with about 8 minutes and 21 seconds into the second period, we end up seeing Sam Bennett kind of skate into the Rangers zone there with Gustav Forsling, the Panthers D-man. He's getting up there. He kind of goes right through the Rangers, uncovered. He's wide open. Sam Bennett gives him a nice pass there. He's through on Igor, and he ends up beating him with a backhander there to tie this game up at 1. Goes off Igor's pad and in there. Unfortunate, but a horrible play defensively by the Rangers there. I mean, Gustav Forsling, the defenseman for the Panthers, he's able to just kind of skate on through there, uncovered. Then it makes a nice pass to him, and he's wide open there in front of Igor. Has a good scoring chance, and obviously ends up scoring there to tie this game up at 1. Very poor defensively by the Rangers on this play. And I think overall in that second period, once again, the Rangers played pretty solid there. They score a goal. They let in a goal there. I mean, that defensive play on that goal the Panthers score was pretty bad there. Letting Gustav Forsling, a defenseman, just skate right through them untouched. No one really even went near him. kind of unfortunate there. Definitely not a good defensive play, but not bad. I mean, they put on some great pressure late there, had some good chances, but could not find the back of the net, and they score a goal, let in a goal there in the second period, tied at 1. Going now on into the third period, we end up seeing 13 minutes and 2 seconds left in the third. Nico Mikkola takes a 2-minute penalty for tripping. But of course, on that power play for the Rangers, they cannot get anything done as they end up not scoring a goal there to keep the game tied at 1, unfortunately. And then about halfway through the third period, we end up seeing Anton Lundell. He skates down with Braden Schneider kind of kneeling down in front there. A couple bodies out front in front of Igor. He takes a shot there. It goes past Schneider and beats Igor Shesterkin to give the Panthers a 2-1 lead. This was the dagger there to give the Panthers a lead there. Also assisted by Luosterainen. But on this play here, it kind of looked like it hit off Igor's body and then kind of bounced up there and ends up going off Igor's stick. And in the back of the net there, it might have missed the net there if it hit Igor's stick there. So kind of unfortunate there. Not a great balance for the Rangers, but that ends up changing the game there as that gives the Panthers a 2-1 lead, which ended up being a massive goal in this game. As later on, we end up seeing Sam Bennett score the empty netter to give the Panthers a 3-1 lead, which pretty much ended the game. But we did see Alexis Lafreniere score a goal with 49.7 seconds left in the period there. Mika Zibanejad makes a nice pass there after coming back from grabbing a stick after he broke his. He comes down, makes a nice pass to Laffy. He deflects it in, but that doesn't really matter as the Rangers still end up losing this game 3-2, and the Panthers now take a 3-2 series lead, which honestly is not what you want to see as a Rangers fan at all. This is not a good spot to be in. Going down to Florida, down 3-2 is not a good spot. I mean, this was not a bad game at all by the Rangers. I think it was definitely one of the better, if not the best game the Rangers have kind of played so far as the overall complete game. The offensive chances may not have been the best, but they still had some good goal scoring chances. They couldn't find the back of the net, and the power play continues to struggle in this series. I mean, in this game there, they go 0-for-3. It was pretty horrible, but this overall power play in this series so far is now 1-for-14. That is absolutely horrendous. The power play has actually been outscored by the Rangers when they have been shorthanded, as the Rangers have scored 2 goals shorthanded so far in this series against the Panthers compared to 1 power play goal. That is an absolute joke. The power play has to do a better job of scoring goals. They just have to. 1-for-14 is absolutely horrendous. That is down at a 7.1%. Hit rate. That is absolutely terrible. And the PK, though, shorthanded wise, offensively, yes, they have been absolutely fantastic. They have scored a total of 6 shorthanded goals so far in these playoffs. 2 against the Panthers, like I said. The next closest team is the Panthers and Stars for shorthanded goals, and they have 2 apiece. That is absolutely insane. Now, the Rangers shorthanded-wise have been so great offensively, but the power play has done a horrible job, especially in this series against the Panthers there, against the Capitals, and especially in that first half against the Canes there. The power play was looking pretty good, but in that kind of later part of the Canes series there, and so far into this series against the Panthers, the power play has been horrendous. And now to talk about something else other than that awful power play, and that is the defensive zone mistakes, though I still saw too many, I think, in my opinion. I mean, it definitely was a little better than what we've seen in past games so far in this series, but the poor decision-making in their own zone, there's too many turnovers, too many giveaways. They have to clean that up if they want to win in Game 6 here, but definitely was better than the past games we have seen so far against the Panthers. Again, though, I think the less puck possession for the Panthers, though, was definitely a good sign there for the Rangers. They were in their own zone a lot less, which is definitely a good thing. I mean, the guys were definitely a lot less tired, I'd imagine, after not being stuck in their own zone as much. They put in a lot more pressure on the Panthers, I think, at least time-wise, but the overall scoring chances maybe weren't as good as we have seen in the past couple games, though. So hopefully they can clean that up there, get some more offense going at 5-on-5, and hopefully on the power play as well. And honestly, once again, though, the Stars didn't really show up, though, especially Panarin there. I know he got 2 assists last game, but he has still not done a good enough job offensively in this series. He has to do a lot better of a job, and so do the other Stars as well. But once again, Igor Shesterkin played quite fantastic, and the Rangers just need to get the job done in Game 6 here. Otherwise, the season is over. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on this game and on this series as a whole, as the Rangers are going into a must-win Game 6 against the Panthers. And don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content. I'll catch you next one. Bye.